Hey everyone, Jeff Butts from Mac Observer here, back at you with another video, this time showing off the dock in iOS 11 and how you can maximize it to basically reflect you and how you work. Now, as you can see right now, my dock is pretty bare. I've got messages in Safari on the left, and the right-hand side, which you see the divider between, this is a new section of the dock. This shows your most commonly or your most frequently or your most recent used apps. So one of the real beauties of the dock now in iOS 11 is that it's expanded. You can do a lot more with it. So let's see just how many apps I can fit in my dock before it runs out of space. I use files pretty often, so I'll move that in there. I take my email client in there. Slack I use every day. Twitterific I use pretty often. Let's see, what else do we need? In my PDA folder, this is my everyday go-to app, and that's OmniFocus. Now, as you notice, as I drag some of these apps into the left side of the dock, they disappear from the right. That's because the dock won't show you on the right-hand side apps if they're already on your dock. It'll only show you the apps that aren't there already. That way it doesn't get cluttered with apps that don't need to be there. Let's put Chrome on the dock. Facebook's a good one. Good diversion now and again. Now you see so far my dock is taking up my whole screen. And that's pretty cool. It used to be that you could only put about 4 or 5 apps there, and they've really expanded that. We'll put Dropbox there. Now let's see what happens. Now I've got, oh, look at that. As you can see, there's almost no limit to how many apps you can put in your dock. Your dock will shrink according to how many apps are there and how much space you have on your screen. In the article on Mac Observer, I'll include a screenshot of what this looks like in portrait orientation. I don't want to switch between orientations while I'm recording this video because it will break things. So, one more cool thing about the dock is now if you long press on an app that supports it, you can open up and see some of the various files that you've used most recently in that particular app. For example, we can see round 3 note and the files widget in Pages. If I press and hold on files, it shows the last few things that I've worked on. Doesn't really do anything for email, for Slack, or really any of the third-party apps yet. I would expect to see that change when iOS 11 comes out, simply because people will have that on their radar, developers will have that in mind to add that functionality. So look for that to add into iOS 11 apps this fall after it comes out. Now, one other thing I wanted to show you, if you want to clean up your dock and get rid of the apps that you've used most recently, you can do that by holding and then tap on the minus sign and it'll disappear. Okay, so that's it for the dock for right now. As we see more features show up and as we play around with it more, we may have more for you. But for now, the dock looks a lot more useful and a lot more customizable than it did before. One of the really important things to remember is that if you're in an app and you want to get back to the dock, all you have to do is swipe up from the bottom of the screen and the dock shows up for you. That's one of the nicest things of multitasking now in iOS 11 is that you can easily get back to your dock and find those apps that you use most frequently. So stay tuned for more tips and tricks about iOS 11 as we continue to explore this new operating system and have a wealth of material available for you when iOS 11 ships in the fall. Talk to you later and have a great day.